In the following feature, we will get to meet a lady whose enthusiasm and optimism are full to the brim and continues to overflow to their family business, which has grown tremendously and continues to benefit others.
Papemelroti, by any standard, is a unique name for any store, but this uniqueness seems to call it to mind for people who come across it. Papemelroti is the name of a family-owned brand, a chain of arts and crafts stores owned by a family. The name stands for the first names of the siblings who own the business, according to Ms. Patsy Paterno, one of the owners.
I'm from the Alejandro family. So this is a family business which started in 1967. My parents, Corit and Benny, formed a little store, and from their names, it became Corben. So that was the first store. And we were very young. So while we were growing up, we said, how come only your store? We want a store of our own. And it was like a joke, because we're 5 in the family, and our names are Patsy, Peggy, Meldy, Robert, and Tina. And that's by age. And we formed it.
There must be something more to this business to make it a survivor than just a simple arts and crafts store. They started out as a simple family venture where the whole family was involved, from the mom and dad down to the youngest child, who was still 7 years old at that time.
We enjoy making things from things that would, usually be thrown away. Like our paper is recycled, although we do not do the recycling ourselves because this has to be done by a huge paper mill. But in the 70s, we already used it as wrapping paper, cards. So we find ways of using, things that would, like old bottles, we want to use it, we make it into bags, cloth, whatever. We enjoy that.
Even then, they were already selling cards and stationery, craft paper, and figurines that they used to make by hand. But how did this business actually take root? The matriarch started it all when she used to make stuffed toys that the proud husband would bring to his office to sell. She wanted a little store for herself, a place where she could sell her hand-fashioned crafts. So, the family rented a 2-story house with a store on the first floor. That was in 1967, and people who came in to buy found that there was nothing else to buy except those in the display window. The Alejandros made stuffed toys and decoupage together and enjoyed this activity as a family, and soon it grew into a business. Their first store, called Corben, was in Papemelroti, and much later, after Patty graduated from college, Papemelroti was born. They moved to the new mall, then in Cubao, Allen Mall, which later was overrun by newer and bigger malls in the metropolis. As business in the mall dropped, more and more business establishments here closed up.
The store was transferred to the ground floor because all the stores in the second floor, they closed. So we were the only ones left. And so the owner said, you take care of them, give them a space. So they gave us a space in the ground floor. So we're there. We're the only ones left in the original lineup of stores. It's like, how can you ever imagine, because there was a department store then, there were restaurants. So how could a gift shop, last that long?
Papemelroti outlasted the stores and restaurants in Allen Mall then, befuddling many as they wondered how a small gift shop like this selling locally made arts and crafts could have such amazing staying power.
A big help was this lady who came and interviewed us. She gave us 3 pages in a magazine, this women's magazine. So because we were, I think it's Women Today or something, like a women's magazine. We have the original article, and then she interviewed us. And after that, people would come up and say, I know the meaning of this, and would recite it, Patsy, Peggy, Meldy, Robertina. So that was really a big help. I believe it's, God sent her to interview us. Yeah, because there were so many pictures of us in the magazine. Even Tina was there. All of us were there, except my dad, I think.
Call it serendipity or call it a leap of faith. Faith is something that the Alejandro family has plenty of.
I'll tell you a story. My sister, Meldy, my third sister, she wanted to work first in another business so that she can learn, So she applied. And she applied in many businesses, but nobody ever got back to her. So she said, maybe I'll just work first with a family business. And then one day when she was in the store, she saw a lady talking to her daughter. And this lady was holding up a figurine. And the lady said, this figurine, I gave this to your father and it changed his life. And the figurine said, it was a figurine like this, and it said there, work for the Lord, the pay isn't much, but the retirement plan is out of this world. And so my sister said, can you imagine, that's just one figurine and we have so many figurines and posters and everything, and it changed a life. So she decided to work with the family business. After that, there were several companies that called her already for interview. But she said, no, I've decided already. I already have work.
Patty believes that if you use your God-given talents and you work hard at it, your efforts will bear fruit. The strength of their brand is in designing, which her sisters and one of Patty's sons take care of. A new addition to the family business is a niece who makes beautiful posters. Simple things like verses from the Bible or lines from copyright-free poems, cute figurines, and messages give joy to many people. Or else, how could anyone explain the success of this family endeavor? Who do they owe their success to?
To God. I can't say that it's us, but we're industrious. So, but it's really him. It's really him because we're not regular business people. Because like when business classes interview me, they're always asking about things that we don't do, forecasting and stuff like that, budget. I said, no, as long as we have money in the bank, then it's okay.
This is the Papemelroti main store at 91 Roses Avenue. The exterior of the shop is sunny and bright and gives you a broad hint of what to expect when you enter its doors. A walk through the store shows how this works. There is a special message to the doctor or nurse who took care of you when you were sick, or a favorite relative, a godmother, or someone who just makes you feel loved. The store is full to the brim with items, and even the walls are not spared. It is a happy store with no room for negative vibes. There are coffee mugs, posters, picture frames, lovely boxes of all sizes, placemats, and bee-ribbon bottles, potpourri, coin bags, scrapbooks, and cards, hand-painted t-shirts, posters, and just about everything you can think of that can be an expression of a God-given talent, of a positive emotion that radiates to other people. They now have 15 stores, but in just a few months, they will be counting 18 stores this year.
In the second floor of this building, we're going to put up a gallery and like a do-it-yourself like craft section. And I think that's what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to experiment with that kind of business because a lot of people come to us and ask us for, crafts, and they want to have workshops and stuff like that. So we're going to experiment first. We'll start here in our building and see what will happen.
As new businesses open together with new opportunities, the siblings know and recognize the value of giving and sharing. Their mom sadly passed away a year ago, but her spirit of giving shines bright in Papemelroti.
A lot of them are local because we want to give livelihood to Filipinos. But there are some items that you cannot source here, so some are sourced abroad, but they are components. So, meaning that it's assembled here. So like our jewelry, although we buy it abroad, the components, we give livelihood to a lot of people who need money for dialysis. We partnered with Kidney Friends. So they make jewelry, and then we have other people also as well who make items for us.
By 2017, this brand will be 50 years old. It is not easy to find a small gift shop that can match their longevity and success, which they hope many other prospective entrepreneurs can share.
My advice is to really find out what their gifts are. Find out what their passion is, because starting a business is not easy, and you will have to, work without earning at first. So it has to be, what you're gonna do is something that you want to do even if you're not being paid. So it really has to be using your gifts, because when you use your gifts and you develop it, you learn more about it, then you're gonna enjoy yourself.
At the moment, like many successful businesses, there are challenges that present themselves.
Most of our problems stem from the government. Sad to say. We pay the correct taxes, but they still give us a hard time. They want to collect so much even after we've already paid.
With such enduring faith, the sibling owners of Papemelroti will surely overcome this as well. For now, Patsy Paterno is happy to invite everyone to their store.
I'd like to invite all of you to come to our shops, Papemelroti. We're in SM North EDSA, SM Fairview, SM Santa Mesa, SM Las Piñas, that's South Mall, Glorieta 1, Mega Mall, Pampanga, Clark, and here in Roses, 91 Roses Avenue is our main branch. There, we also have in Santa Lucia, East Grand Mall, Robinson's Place Manila. I've forgotten the others. You can look it up in www.papemelroti.com. We always have new things for you to enjoy.
That was certainly an inspiring and encouraging tale of success from the siblings who started and continue to grow their business. Papemelroti.